Here we go.
This time, third time's a charm. Yeah, we're getting right into it.
Oh yeah, rocks flying. So I love seeing it. Bagel, especially in so much chaos, is still able to like adequately and competently pull out so many fair armors. It's like, how are you even watching these three? He will continuously armor through stuff that Zeebee throws out.
Man, and the fact that Zeebee was able just to instantaneously isolate Cheesy and perform just a
that was Cheesy. That was Cheesy on a...
Oh my god, I can't see. Yeah, inverse. But
yep.
I mean, one of the biggest things about doubles is isolating characters when it comes to rivals, because a lot of rivals is about controlling space in doubles. So if you're able just to completely take someone out of the picture, that either creates 2v1 scenarios, or in the case of both the first stocks on the part of Zeebee and Bagel, just instant leads.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. There's a great series of priorities that one must keep in mind when playing doubles in comparison to singles. In singles, I mean, like, you can literally just go by the single mentality of don't get hit, and that's sufficient. However, in doubles, it's like playing defensively is almost a fault to a certain extent, because your teammate is going to be inevitably taking damage the entire time. Look at that. Confirming into down strong. It happens. It's real.
I mean, when you're down 4 stocks to 2 at this point, you got to start making some plays. Some of these up strongs are going a little bit wild, looking for that up air into the up strong conversion. That would have been clean, but just barely off timing from the part of Zeebee.
Okay.
Bagel catching with the dash, the wave dash back.
Bagel's making the most of this last stock for sure. Oh no.
I mean, only at... Okay.
That happens, that happens.
Took 50, able to get the stop. Okay, we're all evened up here, and we've got some heavy boys on the screen here.
Back up on the stage, yep.
Oh, what a parry, but the great SDI into the tech from Zeebee to survive at 123.
Good gracious, I don't know where to put my eyeballs.
There's a lot going on all at once. Solid back right there from Cake in order to get back on. Both players trying to set up for some conversions, but it's Zeebee still holding on.
Damn, Julie does not skip a beat. She saw him go into the left side of the screen and immediately look at that wall jump cancel.
187, and Zeebee is still a threat. The parry is going to do it. Wow.
Listen, man, you know, who can correctly DI 4's down strong?
I mean, it sends at that weird, like, straight up. So DI isn't always the most effective because it's just straight linear.
Suppose
like, it matters, but it doesn't.
It's so like if you ask them, they'd say down, which is an oversimplification. The real scary part is that it's just so easy to mix up. I mean, you're talking about so few startup frames, and then, you know, you throw a tiny little dash into it. You barely need to be, you need to be exactly 1 pixel on the other side of them for it to mix.
Yep.
So it's, you know, you're doing yourself a disservice by trying to DI, the survival DI for a single corner. You just need to hold down because it sends you at a slightly up angle, so you get more of that flat 45 that you're looking for by holding down. It is just really not an end-all be-all, and, you know, kind of have to try not to get mixed, especially at that percent. At that percent, yeah, you're 50-50'd right there.
Yeah, just easy run through it.
More rocks to the face. Zeebee taking 3 rocks to the face.
The startup down air setup from Bagel was looking pretty all right, but Cake able to make it back on, and man,
Cake is doing damage right now.
That's an early stock loss from Cheesy.
Very.
I mean, getting set behind the 8-ball here is really tough as despite Crack being able to control a lot of space, as I mentioned earlier, and just like establish a lot of that zone.
Yeah, having such an uncontestable ranged option.
Right.
Oh, there you go, saving his bro.
Yeah, Cake is playing like such a support style right now, which is not necessarily super beneficial when you're already at a lead, but Cheesy able to make it up in dividends, fetching 2 stocks.
Right, yeah, Cake is looking so extremely collected. It's like he's holding the leash and Julie's just a mad, rabid dog. Like, I can hardly tell that he's doing something, but he's exactly where he needs to be at all the right times. It's just like kind of a less is more kind of play style. And he's not losing stocks. Yeah. And he's continuously having favorable trades, and Julie's just kind of going ham. And I don't know if that's exactly what their plan was, but like,
that's what it seems
Cake is just
working.
taking something only if it seems to be handed to him. In the best of ways, of course.
Yeah, it's just purely the finisher type of character, while Cheesy goes in and makes chaos.
Exactly, and like, look, this is another example of what I was talking about with shifting priorities in doubles versus singles. I love that Cake opts to just not edge guard, and it's not exactly that he wouldn't be able to get something off that edge guard. It's that like Edelus and Crag can just chill there, and so he would rather be doing something more productive with his time and trying to 2v1 the other person instead of trying to chase the edge guard that he deserved with that offstage. Oh no.
So the downside of such an idea of like if you're playing super far back or like strictly pickup focused, then your teammate can start bleeding extremely fast. And Edelus still going to survive at 134. He's getting
you're saying if you were to prolong your recovery.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Which is why you don't want to do that. I was playing Samus in doubles and I was like, okay, the amount of time that I spent off stage just. I don't know if you're familiar. You just take forever trying to get back with the stupid bombs. I was like, this has to be the worst doubles partner ever.
Yeah.
And Edelus is that Samus. He will just sit
and wait.
Yeah, he chews on that recovery.
It's like, all right, I'll charge my armor,
and
then hold, and then I'll wall jump, and then I'll hold.
And then I wall attack, and then I go low again, and then I hold.
You just end up like spending a lot of time, which is why I really have been enjoying like when Cake has been on stage for whenever he needs to take time and like let Cheesy like kind of stir the pot a little bit.
Right.
Like he's been applying a lot of pressure via the utility of negative space, even without smoke.
Okay,
you don't really have a lot of time to set smoke as force burn in doubles.
Yeah, I never really thought about that. It's a very...
But you are able to utilize, especially in a layout like this, where there's a lot of characters swinging a lot of like meaty hitboxes in midair. Cake can make use of Force Burn's insane initial dash speed and solid disjoint just to threaten a lot of that same space and threaten a lot of these like back air follow-ups for whenever Cheesy like lands something like a nair. And that's always got to be on the mind for both Zeebee and Bagel of where they're getting set up and if they want to risk interacting with Cheesy, as Cake just gets to kind of do whatever he wants behind her.
Right.
It's like a neat little dynamic compared to the more chaos-oriented, like I'm going. Red team is entirely built on taking trades and sustaining damage and killing you before they kill them.
Yeah.
We are seeing the switch here, though, from Zeebee over to Clarin. Just trying for a different flavor.
Yeah, well, I will maintain hope.
I mean, it's
Cake. I mean, I get it. You know, it's quite a... How close is it, Denny's? Is he trying to...
Are you a Denny's or an IHOP?
I don't know. I just hope he's not throwing it for Denny's. Someone get this guy some Denny's. I don't want to hear it.
Yo, they're Big Bang breakfast, dude. Oh, trying to force the
that's scary. That's the other thing. You talk about intimidating. I mean, it's just Cake. That OS being on your screen is intimidation enough.
He's a robot.
Yeah. He's a robot.
It's automatic, especially for how much coverage he's supplying right now, pushing all of these. It's a combined leg strap at this point. What
is happening? Oh, and it was Cake, of course. Because Julie.
True, honestly.
Julie's Julian. Right. Yeah, now we got a little smoke coming out. There's just not that much of a point, especially because you're talking about the Edelus matchup. Yeah. At every given point in time that he does favor smoke over like putting his sword directly into someone. He's probably just wasting his time. It's a single button click for Edelus, and then negates all of that.
You just don't get a lot of like. You just don't get the same value for it unless you're exactly recovering. Because while Cake is certainly going to use this little pocket of smoke right now, he's out of it just as quickly.
Right. Funny how such an integral part of the character being completely negated like this seems to have very little effect. But I mean.
You make use of a lot of Force Burn's other strengths in doubles. That amazing initial dash where you can then turn it into ledge boosts.
Clean ledge boost that we saw from Zeebee. I mean, he definitely knows Clarin. It's just...
Oh, Zeebee's amazing.
Yeah, it's just that his Crag is what people are scared of, especially in a double scenario. Yeah. I don't know. I guess Clarin is doubles enough.
Yeah, same type of theory. You're a little bit slower, which is a little bit...
And you're killed. What's really... bad as the kill potential, right?
Yeah.
I mean, everyone complains about that as far as like Clarin mains go, that you just can't get the kills that you're looking for at the times that you want them sometimes. Kills are probably one of the most important aspects of doubles.
And you're going to need to find a lot of them here. Some clean recovery, though. Able to isolate just a little bit. Looking for the edge guard here is Zeebee, just trying to keep them two separated, but now he's in the...
They both bury!
This is just the worst spot you could have been in.
And he's gone.
Yeah. Zeebee going off stage, trying to edge guard Force Burn.
Or sorry, Zeebee with the smile.
The Denny smile.
They're interchangeable.
Well, I guess that was doubles grand finals.
It was. It certainly was.
3-0 and a handshake.
You have to respect it. It's cake. Like, if you have to... What are we doing? Oh, me. I didn't know. All right.
It's just that easy sometimes.
That's showbiz.
Yeah. That's showbiz, baby.
Man. Yeah, I respect Zeebee. You know, you got to pull out all the stops. You got to see what exactly... Listen, Cake has bled. We have killed him. The games have been taken. It is possible. It's in the cards. And Zeebee's feeling his way around and constantly trying new things. That's kind of what you have to do, you know?
And I will respect Zeebee a lot, especially as we see it in singles and throughout a lot of these brackets as of late. Like, Zeebee has been almost the premier counter picker in the Rivals meta at this point.
Yeah,
like,
I don't think anyone really does it with a purpose like him. I know there's some people that like kind of flip-flop between mains.
Right.
But that doesn't feel as resolute. Zeebee is like, this doesn't work, maybe this will work better, therefore I choose what will more likely win.
Yeah.
And
what during this past season, like characters he played in bracket in serious moments where it's like it's been Crag, Malo, Edelus, Clarin, like just things to an extent, but like that's at minimum 3 characters that he has tried to incorporate into sets where he's actually trying to win. Like that's
exactly. Yeah,
I cannot say that about many other players.
I admire that. I definitely admire that. I know that. Dang, who is it? It's a Hodon. Plushie Panic has a ridiculous amount of secondaries that are almost like in leagues with the Hodon. Right. I know that actually another Hodon, Giga, is one of the most formidable.
Sylvanos.
Thank you, dog thing. There you go.